Hello and welcome to Blossom Sandwich Sews. My name is Yvette and today I will be talking you through my Me Made May pledge and showing you some of the garments that I'm planning to work on. So I'm sure all of you will be well aware of Me Made May by now. So it is a challenge hosted primarily on Instagram, run by Zoe Edwards, and the focus is improving your personal relationship with your Me Made wardrobe. So it's quite open to interpretation. So you can either, think of something that you want to make specifically that month, or you can look for gaps in your wardrobe. But what I have decided to do is to make the theme of my Me Made May, Me Made Maintenance. So I make a lot of garments, but then sometimes, like if they, have a little bit that falls apart, that needs fixing before the whole thing gets ruined and it can't be fixed, or certain things that I don't wear, figuring out the reasons why I don't wear them and if they can be altered to make them more wearable. So I'm going to put up, maybe here in this mystical space up here, via the powers of technology, I will put up what I wrote as my pledge, and then I will tell you about how I found actually trying to execute that pledge. So my pledge was, I, Yvette, pledge to review my handmade wardrobe this May. I will make repairs where necessary and alter garments that aren't working for me. So when I wrote this pledge at the start of May, I was thinking pretty straightforward, like I'm not planning to make anything, it won't take very long. Because there was a few things that I was like, I don't like wearing this, I'm going to change it, or I know that this bit's like slightly broken, so I need to fix that. So what I did was I also did kind of a wardrobe audit at the same time. So it's been a while since I've been around here on YouTube because I've been away on holiday. So that did help me go through my Me Made wardrobe. So in the process of packing for a trip, I think you tend to pull out clothes that you know that you're going to get wear out of. And then it meant the ones that were left behind, that gave me the opportunity to then audit those ones and think about why I wasn't wearing them and maybe have a bit of a cull. So I did get rid of a couple of bags of things from my wardrobe during that stage when I had all the things that I wanted to wear put aside to be packed for my trips. And so it was mostly like ready to wear stuff. So I had a couple of bags. So I had one bag of stuff that was really old or really worn out or broken or had a hole in or something that meant it wasn't very good quality, like not good enough to, give to a charity shop or something. And then I have another bag of stuff that's like reasonable quality, like somebody else could wear it, but it's just like not my style anymore. So I had this phase, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I had this phase where I got addicted to buying stuff on the Cancer Research UK eBay page on eBay. So I ended up with like loads and loads of stuff from that, and not all of them were like stuff that actually like fit me particularly well or were stuff that I would now wear. So a few of those things are going. And I have experimented with selling stuff on Depop, and but people say that Vinted is better, but I'm feeling a bit like I might just take them to the charity shop because I just like gonna move on from those clothes now, and hopefully they'll be able to resell them at the charity shop. So yeah, I'm not gonna go through things that I got rid of because I don't think I'm getting rid of anything that I actually made. And then I went through all of my Me Made garments. I actually haven't finished going through all of them yet because some are still in the wash, but I went through each garment quite thoroughly. So I went around and like checked that the hem was all intact, checked like all the seams were still finished, yeah, just basically turned the whole thing inside out and checked everything inside, and that actually identified quite a few things that did need repairing. So I'll put in a picture of them looking a bit neater. So there are 2 stacks, and one stack is the garments that need like a bigger alteration, like I want to like change the sleeves or like fully refashion them. And then the other stack is things that just need like a small fix, like maybe even just a very small section that needs overlocking again, to stop it like fraying more, and stuff like that. So this is everything. I've kind of stuffed it all in this bag in the interest of tidiness, but now they're all sort of a bit rammed in. So I'll just show you a few of them because it'll take me ages to go through every single thing, and you probably won't find it very interesting. So this sort of half here is things that need like quite a small adjustment. So one example is, let me show you my banana dress. So overall this is quite well intact, but there's just one part of one of the pockets where the so I did a French seam on the pocket, and it's just sort of come out of the seam and frayed. So I think what I will do, so I made this before I had an overlocker, so I French seamed it, but just on this one pocket it sort of burst out, and so in order to stop that fraying, I think I might just go around it again with my overlocker, just to stop that from fraying anymore, and then that will be fine to wear again. So those type of fixes will only take like, you know, a couple of minutes. But I think it will be good to do just to make sure that it doesn't, you know, fray too much. And then there are other ones that need a bit more like refashioning. So I have this yellow top, which I made last year, I believe, for So Yellow Ferrendo. And I really like the fabric. So I bought this fabric on the sewing weekender in 2020, I think, but I just haven't worn this top very much. So this is a Norma top, which I hacked to have this kind of more square neckline. So I think because of the yellow colour, it's very summery, but I've made it as a long sleeve top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try making it into a short sleeve top and see whether I get any more wear out of it as a short sleeve top. So recently I bought a pair of shorts as well. Let me just grab them. So these are the shorts that I bought from Uniqlo, and the colour I think will be a perfect match for the blue in this fabric. But I feel like it would be weird to wear shorts with a long sleeve top. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to wear that as an outfit when I finish changing the sleeves. So that won't take too long, but it's obviously a bit of a bigger job than just doing a tiny bit of overlocking. And then, so that's kind of a refashion type job. And then there are other ones where I need to sort of alter the garment by like repair the garment by way of altering it, if that makes sense. So this shiny purple dress that you might remember that I made for my birthday last year, one of the sleeves I caught on a door handle, which was really annoying. So it's got this little hole here, but luckily that's near the bottom of the sleeve. So what I'm thinking of doing, because I think if I try and like patch up this hole, it's gonna still be visible, and it's like a weird place to have like a patch or something like that. So what I'm thinking of doing is just cutting the sleeve shorter to like above where this rip is, because the sleeves are fairly long anyway. So I think the sleeves can definitely cope with having a couple of inches off of them, and then just rebind it. So that will just remove the area that's damaged rather than having to repair it. And I think I've got a bit more, like a tiny bit more of this fabric that I can use to make the binding. If I have enough binding, I might also lower the neckline as well. just to make it more comfortable, because I found when I sit down in the dress, the neck line kind of rides up a bit and then it's a bit too tight on the neck. But yeah, other than that, the dress is fine. So, or actually I might fix this bit as well. So it's just started coming unthreaded at the join, so clearly the back stitch has come loose there. So yeah, a few modifications to do on this, but I'm going to try and prioritise the repair. So I'm not going to attempt to try and do them all during May, just because I don't think I'll be able to do that. I don't have time to do that, or motivation. So I'm just going to prioritise the ones that are like garments that I know I'm going to get a lot of wear out of, because a lot of these garments I have been wearing anyway, like the banana dress I just showed you, but I only just noticed in my big thorough checking that there was a slight issue with it. So I'm going to try and prioritise the maybe the small fixes on things that I wear a lot, just so that then I can keep wearing them. And then there are like other projects that I can have sort of in the background if I feel like doing a refashion at some point. So for example, there is this Celeste dress which I made last year, which is a really nice dress, but it just doesn't fit me very well. So I'll put in a picture of me wearing it, but it's got these sort of sleeves that are fitted at the top and then puffier at the bottom, and it's got like a sort of it's gathered from the waist at the front, but then it's gathered from sort of higher up on the back. But I just think a lot of things combined made me not like wearing this dress, so I really haven't worn it very much since I first made it, because so there's a few things with the fit, like the shoulders are much too wide. That's the main fit issue, and I think that's kind of, I don't know, it's not like the easiest thing to fix. So I did at one point think about trying to take the sleeves off and recutting the sleeve shape and stuff, but I find it really difficult to set in a sleeve, because this sleeve is set in flat, like not with a gathered sleeve head, and that's something that I find really difficult. So then I was sort of put off doing that from the effort of that. Also, I think the choice of fabric, although it's lovely fabric, I got this fabric from Hey So Sister. I just think it's maybe not right for the Celeste dress, because it's a cotton, and I think Celeste would look better in a more drapey fabric, and also where it's got quite a small scale floral with the high neck, the long big sleeves, and then the skirt is fairly long on me as well, because I'm quite short. It's sort of like an awkward length just above the knee, so it just feels like a lot. So what I'm thinking of doing with this is cutting, like maybe making it more into a sundress. So I like to use the Betty dress by Sew Over It as my like base pattern, because it's quite a simple bodice that I have already fitted to my body. So what I'm considering doing is making it into a Betty, but a more strappy version, and maybe having a go at some scallops along the top, because scallops is something that I have wanted to try, but I don't want to commit to a huge amount. So Samantha, who's Purple Sewing Cloud, has a YouTube video about doing scallops, and she recently has done a dress, I think it was a Valley dress in a Liberty print, and that had so many scallops. It had like 13 meters of scalloping or something, which is extremely impressive, but I definitely don't want to commit to that much scalloping. So maybe if I just have a small amount of scallops like across the chest as a detail, that would be cute. And then also just having it as a sundress will mean there's not so much of this print. And then because it's a black background, I could always wear it with like a t-shirt underneath and tights for the winter. So that's my ideas for this. So let me know if you think that's a good idea, or if you're just sort of sad that I've decided that I don't like this dress, because maybe you liked it, but I just think it doesn't fit me very well, and yeah, it just isn't the right fabric and pattern combo in hindsight. And similarly, my Lyra dress, that also didn't fit very well on the shoulders. So I've already hacked the sleeves off at one point when I was feeling a bit mad, but then I haven't really got any further with that. So I'll put in a picture of what it looked like with the sleeves on, but I just felt that the sleeve, like the head of the sleeve was coming too far over my shoulders. So then when I moved my arm, the whole dress was like pulling across my chest. Also the collar isn't very good. Like you can see that one of the edges of the collar is much longer than the other. I mean, maybe you can't see, but that is the case. Yeah, so I think what I might do is make it sleeveless, like bind the sleeve hole, and maybe also cut off the collar and make it into like a V-neck button-up dress. And maybe just do a binding on that as well, and then just leave the skirt as it is. So yeah, that's another one. Yeah, I think I'll probably just show you one more. So this one, I don't know what to do with it, so maybe you'd have some ideas. I see a few people saying, you know, when they're going through their garments, they're like, oh, this is one of the first things that I made, but the sewing's actually really good quality on it. I'm looking at you, Georgie. Hey, if you don't know, Hey So Georgie has a new YouTube channel that she's just started, and she did a video about her most and least worn makes, and that was one of the first things that she said, that one of the things that she showed, a garment that she doesn't wear often, something she made early on, but it was well sewn. Well, I'm here to show you something that I made very early on that isn't well sewn. So this is the Sapphire trousers from the Tilly and the Buttons Make It Simple book. So this is one of the very, very first projects that I made. I think it might be actually the first project that I started, but then I had a little bit of a hiatus from it because when I was trying to zigzag the seams, I caught my finger in my sewing machine, and the sewing machine needle stabbed like right through my finger. So that sort of put me off sewing for a little bit right at the start. So these, they fit, but when I was doing my like examination of things that could be fixed, there was quite a lot. So like my hem, I've like struggled to catch the fold over hem. So that's sort of all fraying there. So this is a viscose fabric that I bought from Hobbycraft when I first started. So that's a bit disastrous there. That's all falling apart. And then where I zigzagged it, some of the zigzagging, it like isn't going properly over the edge. So that's all fraying. And where, like, so I did think maybe I could just, you know, go over it again with the overlocker, but some of these bits are so short, I just don't know if that's going to work. So I don't know whether to keep these as like a memento of my, you know, first sew, and just to have them and maybe not wear them anymore because they're a bit sort of tatty, or whether to like not be sentimental about it and just try and cut them up and use the fabric for something else. It's got a blood, sweat and tears label in, which was definitely well deserved because this one I literally sewed through my hand. So yeah, let me know what you think I should do with this, or what you have done with your previous makes, whether you have just sort of dismantled them. I'm kind of feeling like I'm not, like I don't really want to wear these now because they don't sort of feel like up to good enough standards, even though they were like an important make for me at the start. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. Maybe I'll just have to make a new pair of Sapphire trousers to see how far I've come. So yeah, that's it for my Me Made May pledge and where I've got so far. So maybe I'll check in again with some of my refashions and you can see how I got on. Yeah, I probably won't be going through my very boring little fixes. So yeah, just to finish off, I'll show you what I'm wearing, which is my new Page hoodie by Chalk and Notch, I think it is. And I got this in the Hey So Sister, I think it was the winter project box. It came with cuffing, but I chose to do black cuffing because I wanted to do the version with the cuffing on the bottom as well. And I've just done buttonholes with the black string. So I haven't had much chance to wear this hoodie yet, but I really like it. I'm actually quite warm now, but I'm committed to this outfit for the rest of the video. I've noticed I've had a few new subscribers recently, even though I haven't been releasing videos, so thank you if you are one of my new subscribers, and I really appreciate everyone that's here watching my videos. I really hope you're enjoying them, and do pop into the comments to say hi or let you know what you think about anything that I've talked about in my videos. I think a few of my new viewers might have popped over from Ruan at the Yorkshire Sew Girl. So thank you, Ruan, for giving me a shout out and mentioning the So Fruity 22 challenge, which I'm going to be running in June this year. So I am hoping to do another video with more information about the challenge. So do subscribe and stay tuned if you want to hear about the Fruity Sewing Challenge that I'll be hosting over on Instagram. If you've come from elsewhere, drop into the comments to let me know who sent you here, and I can go and thank them as well. And yeah, thank you for joining me, and let me know what you're up to for Me Made May, and I'll see you around. Bye!